Oh, hi there. Welcome back. Glad you're here to join me today. So today we're just going to do a little more mud work and get this spot finished up, and I've got a little bit of sanding to finish up on the front fenders as well as rough in the rocker panel. John's planning to come and get the car today, so I've got a job of work to do, and it's later in the day than I wanted to get started on it. So I need to just shut up, let you watch the show intro, and we'll get right into it. So watch the show intro, don't go anywhere for 30 seconds. I'll see you on the other side. I'm Mike. And all of this glory is my car's shop.
Working out of a 100-year-old refurbished barn, bringing 35 years of experience to projects considered beyond repair. Vision, creativity, and problem solving are essential tools in this place. Watch as we transform junk into polished metal miracles. This is My Car's Shop.
So our objective is not to get it perfect, it's to just get it roughed in. He's got a car show this coming weekend he wants to take this to, and I believe it's at the Gilmore Auto Museum. If you don't know where that is, check him out. Tell him that My Car Shop sent you. Never mind, they will know who I am. Anyway, and it's a show where they allow you to bring projects in process. So I'd like to make it look a little bit better than it does. This panel here is fairly smooth. It needs a lot more work to be paintable, but I think for what we're doing here, it's going to be good. So I want to put one more coat on there and then block it out by hand to try to get it smooth. It's got a little low spot right there. Otherwise, it's actually pretty darn good. I think the window edge is okay. So we're getting there on this. And like I said, I got the rocker panel that we put some fiberglass on last night. I want to try to get that a little better. And I got a couple little spots on the fender that I need to just dress up and clean up. They were things that I didn't get done when I was working on the fender before. So the car is going to be coming back after I get back from my trip. But I want to get as much done as I can so he can take it home. Hopefully he can get the back glass in it and get the deck lid on and other things like that. So let's just stop talking and mix up some mud and get her done. Yee-haw. Oh, in a day's work. For sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah, things were a bit crazier at work today than I expected, and that's good. Customer issues we had to take care of, but it's after work now, and I'm out here getting after it. So. I normally wipe the Bondo spreader down when I'm done for the day, and I think John and I were talking, and I just completely missed wiping it down. So unfortunately, I got to do it the hard way. If you leave enough Bondo on there, you can crack it off, but I didn't leave enough to crack it off, so got to do the best I can to try to clean it up. All right, muddy, muddy, muddy. Those of you who've been here before and seen me doing this kind of work will remember that I don't particularly care for using cardboard because it will absorb some of the solvents out of the Bondo, and I wished I put the lid on there a little bit harder. Because you really want to enjoy watching me open a Bondo can for 15 friggin' minutes. All right, there we go. All right, so a little skim coat. A little hardener. A little pile of blue poo. A little mixy. And away we go. The thing with putting Bondo on, as I've said before, do it in layers. Don't get carried away. Don't try to put it on too thick all at once. Slow and steady wins the race, one bite at a time. You know all the stuff we say here at My Car Shop. Patience is a virtue. Cleanliness is next to impossible. Maybe that's not it, but you've been around here long enough, you do know that that's pretty much accurate here. Mr. Mark will attest to that. All right, little skim coat across here where it's low. And again, my goal is not to make it perfect. My goal is just to get it somewhat respectable and keep the goobers out of it. Forming the Bondo spreader to the curvature. I got another low spot right there, so we'll put a little extra in there and come and smooth that out. All right, hopefully that'll do it. Going to get it to the point where we're down to being able to take it out with fill prime, which we won't be doing that today, but I do have some etch and fill that will rattle can on here just to make it respectable. All right, let's watch Bondo dry. Won't this be exciting? Okay, we're stepping it up now to about 80 grit. So we're going from, yeah, hopefully that's 80 grit. Doesn't look like it. Let me go dig again. Yep, it was 80. I thought I grabbed it out of the wrong box. So I'm going to do what I call the paint stick technique, something I learned working in the body shops years ago. It's just a way to use something that's a little bit flexible but straight so that you can get a decent edge. Unfortunately, a lot of my sandpaper is getting old, and I'm having a heck of a time getting it sticky back off. Here we go. So there you go on that. Yeah, I just put it on a paint stick like this, and then just use it to work. Long fluid motions. Cross direction. Yeah, feeling great. We're to the point now that the low spots that are here are so minimal that fill prime would take care of those. But we still want to take out more. You don't want to make fill prime do more than it was designed to do. So this is fairly well blended in back here. Feels pretty smooth. It's got a bunch of scratches and stuff in it, but our goal right now is not to sand out scratches. It's to get everything fairly flat and smooth, so, and covered up, of course. Couple little imperfections right in there. Overall, looking good. Nothing that some wet sanding and a couple more coats of primer wouldn't fix, that's for sure. We just don't have that kind of time right now. So from the patches that I did in previous episodes, there was some imperfections up here. Looking a lot better now. Again, scratches and so forth, but our point of this right now is not to fix all of that. We don't have that kind of time. So have I mentioned that we just don't have that kind of time? There's a little curtain in the primer there, so that's good. It's always good to have curtains on your car. It'll block right out, no big deal. As a matter of fact, when it dries, it'll mostly shrink and go away anyway. But yeah, we've come a long way. So next step, the last part that we need to do is right there and get some sanding done on that, and then get a little Bondo on there so we can get that blended together. Primer's still wet, but looking good. So we got this where the quarter panel blended in here, kind of blended in. It's all rough, but you know, that's part of what this is about right now. It's just put it on the road as a ratty car, and then maybe next winter he wants to strip it down completely and repaint it. So we're not trying to do concourse, we're just trying to get things blended in, make it look a little better. And I think we've accomplished that. I think it's looking good. There's obviously other patches to put in, but and I think it's a very wise way to do this car. I think it's extremely wise to get it all together, get it all running, make sure he has everything, that there's no big issues with the car, drive it for a year or two, and then when he's ready, probably have one of his other cars on the road so he has something to enjoy, and then go back and tear this one down. His intent is never to make it a, you know, a show car, but it'd be a really nice driver with a nice paint job. So I think it's good. We had talked about maybe blending and getting color match to paint the quarter panel here and the fender there orange, and the deck lid we may not. That's his call. Still tons and tons to do, but as far as my part right now, getting the rest of that fabrication finished up and the things that we needed to do, I've accomplished it with zero time to spare. So if it wasn't for the last minute, we wouldn't get anything done, but that's the way it goes. But it's been a productive day all around, so that's good. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of My Car Shop. We got a lot accomplished on John's 66. He's on his way to pick it up, and he can take it home and keep flogging away on it. And when I get back in a couple of weeks, we'll be getting back after it again, I'm sure, with more work that needs to be accomplished. But we got some good stuff done, got things roughed in for him so he can move forward, whatever. He can get more stuff done. All right, let's subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the bell so you receive those notifications. And we're on Facebook and Instagram /My Car Shop. And one more thing, you know what it is. Rock on.